Hi guys, it's TheOHMANGO here, and it is my 3rd anniversary, yay! Oh my gosh, okay, I almost knocked something over. It was my TARDIS cup. Oh, I'm wearing my Augustus Waters shirt. I love this shirt. So it is my 3rd anniversary from when I was told that I was cancer-free. A couple years ago, I was diagnosed with subcutaneous T-cell lymphoma and a secondary disease of HLH. I'm going to give you guys a little bit of backstory and a little bit of how my attitude has changed since then. And so yeah, let's get started. So a couple years ago, right before summer, right before school was out, I thought I had a stomach flu, and I ended up staying home from school for a week, I believe. I normally get the stomach flu around that time every year, but this happened for about a week and a half, and we were like, what's going on here? So I began going up to a hospital that was about an hour away from my house, and they did some testy stuff, and about a week before school was over, I went and stayed at the hospital. I spent a month there with them not knowing what's wrong with me and running tests almost every day till they figured out that I had this disease called HLH, which I have it pulled up behind me. So what I had was, I'm going to pronounce this horribly incorrect because it's very difficult to say. It's called hemophagocytic lymphohistiocytosis. You know, I think you can hear it.
Hemophagocytic lymphohistiocytosis, HLH, is a rare but
Yeah, and it is a condition where the white blood cells build up in certain organs of the body and destroy other blood cells. So this is by no means a very good disease. It's a horrible thing, but it is curable, which is a good thing. But they knew that that was a secondary disease, so about a half a month later, my doctor in residence, I believe, she was like looking around. She's like, I think this might be the cause of the HLH. And what I was diagnosed with was subcutaneous T-cell lymphoma. And I'm pretty sure most of you guys don't know what that is, because I didn't know what it was. Maybe you do. Maybe you're smarter than I was. It's fine. So let's break the word down. Subcutaneous. Subcutaneous means under the skin. That's what it means. T-cell is a type of white blood cell. There are B cells and T cells. I believe that is correct. I'm not exactly sure. And lymphoma, you have lymph nodes under your armpits and that sounds great. Under your armpits and another place in your body and some other places in your body, but you have these things called lymphocytes in every cell of your body. I had that second one. So I had cancer all over my body. Yeah. So after being told that I had cancer all over my body, then began the treatment. They started with treating my HLH, which meant I had to take this ginormous pill called cyclosporin. I still remember the name of it. That tells you something. It was horrible. It was like the size of a red bean. I guess, but it was a bit thicker, and I had to swallow that whole. Yeah, I took all my medicine with applesauce, which might be the reason that I hate applesauce right now, and probably will for the rest of my life. So I also had this thing called a Hickman line, and it has two, it's a central kind of tube that it's like placed right near my heart. Valve thing. So descriptive. And at the end it splits into two. One was where they pumped in all the chemotherapy, and the other one is usually where they did the blood drawing, so they wouldn't have to prick my arm every time. And I actually have a couple battle scars from that. I tried to show you guys what the scars look like, but it doesn't show up well in camera. Sorry for not having an amazing camera. After being in the hospital for about 2 months, I got out of the hospital for about a week or maybe 2, and I got an infection of this Hickman line, and had to go back to the hospital. Now this is really bad because chemotherapy kills all the fast growing cells in your body, like your hair. That's why your hair falls out and your nails get messed up, and it's like, as well as your white blood cells are being killed because, you know, they're fast producing. So your body's defenses are weakened, and having an infection on top of that is not good at all. So I stayed another week in the hospital. I came home for about a week, another week, maybe 2, and went back to the hospital because I had pneumonia. Anyway, so I never told you guys about my schedule. They don't just, you know, throw all the drugs at you. They usually put you on a schedule. My schedule was the first week I would go up to the hospital the first 3 days of the week, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and get my chemotherapy. And those were my really long days, like 6 to 7 hours of pumping drugs through my body. Very poisonous-ish drugs. And that happened for 3 days. And then the next week I had 2 days, and that was my really short days, about 4 or 5 hours, maybe 5.5 of them doing the same thing. And then I had a week of rest, and that repeated. So as the new school year was approaching, I was supposed to be going to a new school. The day of school, I was supposed to be leaving, and I got sick, and was sick. I was sick. My parents decided, you know, let me call up the nurse, and he was like, don't go to school, don't send her to school. So I didn't go to school, and we kind of thought about it and decided that I would go back to my old school. So that's what I did. And I spent that year at my old school. It's really kind of unique because a lot of cancer patients choose not to go to school. They choose to be homeschooled. I, on the other hand, did not. I knew that if I stayed at home, I would be even more a recluse than I was, me being a really shy person. The school that I went back to had started a week earlier, so I was already behind in that aspect. I had to read all of their school books, and I just felt like I was never going to catch up. And I did try staying at home a couple days to see if I could do this homeschool thing. I couldn't. I felt like, you know, I would never ever see my friends. It's like, so if you're wondering, my hair did come out. This is 3 years later of hair, and so I ended up just shaving my head because I knew it was going to fall out anyway. I did wear wigs. But yeah, now it's all my hair, and I'm really excited. The color of lymphoma is green, which green is not my favorite color. It used to be a light blue. The wall over there is painted all green, and it's kind of a reminder of what I've been through and what I'm striving towards. Ooh, I just got all simplistic there. Insert inspirational quote thing. Yeah. Bye, guys.